Whee! Triggered. No, I'm just kidding. On a serious note, it's myself, Jonathan, also known as the PC Genie. Today I'm going to be talking about a particular point that hasn't been covered yet. I'll admit I'm quite late to the party in regards to response videos in general. People like, for example, Matt Pat from Game Theory did stuff on Vikings versus Knights versus Samurai, and that was debunked to death and beyond. And other stuff like Metatron's video on M1 tournaments and how relevant it would be and how close it is to realistic fighting, and you know, the sort of things that can be sort of debated, things that you can't say if they may be true or false, that sort of stuff. But there's something that hasn't yet been covered that's very important and very relevant, which I would say both explains and I'd say justifies where often people are quite harsh in their judgments. They really, they almost jump on the bandwagon. Someone says something wrong, right, I'm going to attack that immediately and as efficiently as possible. And that's one simple reason, which is influence. Now, if we take one example of something, let's say the blood groove theory, which is, I'll go into it in full detail in another video, but it's that mythical idea that the reason there are these channels and grooves along sharp things is when you stab someone, it releases this mythical vacuum and blood drains are better, despite all the other factors I'll discuss another time. But if one person just thinks that in their mind, the number of people they'll influence is 1. They will think it in their minds and they'll think, yeah, they kind of reassure themselves, well, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that guy said it on TV and it must be right. But on the other hand, if someone goes up in front of a televised audience, many, literally hundreds of thousands or even millions, let's get that point across again, millions of people are watching these things, and it's delivered, it's not sort of, teeth chattering, it's kind of, I think that's, yeah, I think so, and yeah, maybe. They're obviously, these people become popular because they are charismatic, they deliver their opinions confidently and authoritatively. So you've got two factors. Well, there's two factors in the influence there. So firstly, there's the fact that a lot of people are just seeing them in the first place. It's that exposure, the coverage. So lots of people will potentially see those videos and hear those opinions and thus be influenced. But then on top of that, one of the reasons again why they're popular is because they've got such confidence, charisma, intelligence. They're able to word things and manipulate it effectively. In fact, you'll probably see I'm even trying it with you now. I'm going to be blunt on this. I'm raising my voice. I gesture like a bloody politician. I have a sword in every video, despite the fact that I'm probably not going to need to fight or spar anybody. I'm trying to add influence to what I'm doing. The thing is, when that happens, even amongst the same number of people who watch a video or hear an opinion in another way, like written down in some article or in a book, those people are, even amongst the same audience, an even greater proportion of them are going to believe you. And that's the problem. So if I said something stupid, on a YouTube video, if a couple of people see it, would still potentially deserve debunking and fine, but the amount of damage that would be done is a lot more minimal. It's lower stakes. Whereas, if someone like the Metatron or Scalagrim, Lindy Beige, Scholar Gladiatoria, Game Theory, all those big channels say something wrong and they deliver it to an audience as fact, that means that a lot of people are going to believe them. Then you've got the domino effect. I imagine that's how certain theories like how apparently medieval knights didn't use techniques and just bashed each other's skulls in and all of that, those kinds of theories. It probably started small. You'd probably have someone say, it probably was like that. They tell their friends, and their friends think, you know what, he's kind of right. And then they spread it again. So there's that domino effect as well. So all of this comes back to influence. When someone puts an opinion across, sometimes it's kind of like damage control or plugging a leak or, nipping, cutting weeds out in a way, those sorts of metaphors, whatever you like. The point is, you pretty much almost have this is going to sound stupid but I make me sound like a zealot that I am, but it's almost a duty to do things like response videos, simply because if you don't, someone's opinions can end up influencing generations down the line. Someone could say something that's wrong, like, that Vikings didn't wear armour, they just had the equivalent of tissue paper, they had no armour at all, or whatever. And then people believe that, and then they tell their friends, and their friends tell other people, and then it goes on and on and on, until it becomes common knowledge, or rather, common myth believed that these things are true. And heck, I understand that. I'm a Christian, and people say that's one of the reasons why Christianity is so popular. Understandable. It's one of those things where something becomes popular and something becomes trendy, and it kind of means that for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, more people are likely to believe it as well. It's one of the key problems in society. So hence, my point of the video is, and I'll try to wrap this up as quickly as possible, is that, if you ever, I don't know if anyone's ever going to see this, I don't imagine it'd be, "Hello noble ones, it's the Metatron speaking, I know of this PC Genie," or "Hey guys, I'm an American game theory guy, and I found this PC Genie," or some other stupid equivalent. I'll stop the impersonations now. But, whether someone sees this or not, the point I want them to know, at least, is that if it might seem almost aggressive that we do sometimes, someone will go across and say, "Look, this guy's bullshitting, he's just saying all kinds of nonsense." And, sometimes, indeed, people resort to personal insults. They'll say, "That guy's an idiot," or, "I hate that guy, they're wrong all the time," or something like that. The reason that passions can be so inflamed is, again, it's that scenario where it's not just low stakes. I wouldn't say lives depend on it, but knowledge depends on it, that's for sure. So, again, don't take it personally. It's one of those things where, we feel like we're stemming a flood of misinformation. Someone says something and it's wrong, and they're coming from a big channel, it's going to be a torrent of opinions influenced by that. So we want to go, no, stop with our little teeny channels, trying our utmost to stop this stuff from happening. No! So yeah, if we do come across as zealots, we want to take you down, like it's some kind of rebellious, take down the proletariat, a rising of the 99% or blah blah blah. It's because, we pretty much have to exaggerate and try harder to take down these wrong opinions or things we at least think are wrong, because if we don't, the chances are it'll stay, it'll linger, and it'll fester. Alright? That's it really. Nothing fancy else to say. I've probably waffled on too long already, but hope you understand and enjoyed what I said today. Cheers!